What's up, good people? Mark Holtz here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You ever have one of those relationships? Yeah, I've been fortunate not to have one of those ones. But one of those relationships where you have your partner that is always tricking your emotions. It's always threatening to leave or do something and to get you, oh, no. You know, just that relationship where they constantly keep you on edge, where you're walking on eggshells and stuff. And maybe that's not the right one, because it's been a crazy day. Yeah, but then again, every day this offseason with the Cowboys is crazy. It's just crazy. It's funny because I don't know if the clip made it through that I put to start this on here from Independence Day. Because I'm doing the live stream with my man Game Time Brian and Game Time Prime Time and David O'Reilly. We're going to be going to the most important thing for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's the draft in less than a month. Because literally our whole season will hinge on what we do in the draft. Shout out to David Wiley, but we were doing a live stream together talking about the Cowboys, and Dak have agreed that the contract's going to be what the contract's going to be, and they're basically kicking it to the side. And it's been taken, of course, that Dak Prescott is not coming back, that this is the end of Dak Prescott. We've all gone on a different tangent, and you listen to different YouTubers. Some will say that, this is the Kirk Cousins treatment, where they believe he's a good quarterback, but they don't believe that he's a good enough one to keep, and they let him go. But then you look at the Commanders after they let Kirk Cousins go, and you see all the quarterbacks they've been through, that they might have actually been better off having kept Kirk Cousins, but be that as it may. The reason I use that clip, I was talking to Game Time Brian after we finished the live stream and saying, what this reminds me of with all of these fans are like, oh man, Cooper Rush was 5-1 without Dak, and Trey Lance, it's the Trey Lance era. And all I could think of, and as I look up here and I look up here at the ceiling fan up here, is I see the doors opening up and that beam flying down and destroying the Cowboys people that are all happy. Oh, it's the aliens. Come on down. We love you guys. And all of a sudden, shh. And that's what I feel like. And that's why I go to the mat about Dak Prescott, because I've seen 5-11 3 years in a row. I've seen 8-8s and things. And the thing about it is, that's crazy, is I want to say in the time since we won our last Super Bowl, that we've had 6 seasons where we've won 12 or more games. I think it's only 6. I don't know if you guys realize that 4 of those 12-win plus seasons are with Dak Prescott, 2 with Tony Romo. What's even crazier is 3 of those have been the last 3 seasons. I get it. We haven't had the success in the playoffs. But I don't put all of that on. I put some of it on Dak. But I look at the team and see where we've had deficits. I look at the team and say, we're not good enough at running the football and stopping the run to be a Super Bowl team. I look and I say, when I look at San Francisco, I see a more complete team. A team that is going out and saying, we aren't good enough, so let's get the pieces to make us even better. In the same way that I saw the Rams do the same thing. I got an owner that literally says, we got to win with less. Why do we have to win with less? I thought we were them boys. I thought we were the organization that literally went to Italy for you to pick out the marble that's gone into your football stadium. The marble. Because see, when I think of a football stadium, I think about bleachers and the football field and the grass and being outdoors. But you are so worried about the marble that's in your identical sports bars that got nothing to do with people cheering on the team on the field. You focus in on those details like that, like those football-shaped corridors and light fixtures and things like that, making sure there's 5,000 televisions throughout AT&T. But you don't worry about the guys that are there blocking for your quarterback. You don't care about the linebackers that have to go ahead and tackle the running backs in the playoffs. You don't worry about the things that matter, and the reason why we are here is not for the frickin' marble. It's about winning. And when Charles Haley said, "You built a house for losers," you did, Jerry. Yes, you did, Jerry. Yes, you did. Because everything is more important than you winning and taking care of this fans. And so when I look at it and I say, at least in my mind, maybe I'm wrong, that without Dak Prescott, we are the Commanders. And I'm not sad for Dak Prescott. I'm actually happy, like in the movie Get Out. You know, you got the people that are snatching the bodies so they can live on forever. And they're about to use dude to do that same thing. But he ends up escaping and getting away. And that's what I feel like for Dak Prescott. Because it's a shame and it's a travesty what the Cowboys ended up doing with Tony Romo. Tony Romo was good enough to win a Super Bowl. But it was the Joneses who failed him, that did not put the complete teams around him and support that guy. And you're doing the exact same thing to Dak Prescott. So if I'm Dak Prescott, you know what? I've lived my childhood dream of being the quarterback of America's team. Maybe that dream had winning a Super Bowl. But as long as you win a Super Bowl, you're okay. And the thing that would really be the worst thing, and I guarantee the Jones are scared of this one. What if Dak Prescott at the end of the season, has a great season, MVP type of season? Maybe it's like Major League. Let's go win the whole effing thing. And Dak Prescott is good, so good. And then you say, let's get that contract done. And he goes, talk to the head. And walks out and goes someplace else and wins the Super Bowl. And that the Dallas Cowboys are left in the wake of mediocrity, of things being a lot worse than what they are right now. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I didn't put enough fuel in this time. It's going to be what it's going to be. But the thing is, here's what I realize. And make sure it's all the way out. Nope. Okay. Here's what I realize. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with a person who has addictions. A person who has addictions. And you see how bad it is. And you try to help them. And at first it seems like, they get it. They're coming back around. They're turning away from their addictive habits. And you feel like maybe we got this thing beat. And see, the thing is that's the recovery from the addict. That they have to get a little stronger before they go back out into it. And that's how it feels with the Cowboys. When you can see that the Cowboys are so close that a few players would actually make the difference of one and done and having that deep run. You know, getting that running back, getting that defensive lineman, getting a linebacker who's not a safety. You get 3 or 4 players on this roster, this team could be fantastic. But the thing is that crackhead, that alcoholic, that person who has that addictive behavior, at some point it starts calling them and they can't get away from what they are. And that's the sad part about it, because until you hit rock bottom, you don't change. And see, Dak Prescott allowed the Cowboys not to hit rock bottom after Tony Romo. He stepped in. And see, you don't ever want to be, after the breakup, the next person that's dating somebody else. Because you're going to constantly be compared to that other person. You're going to finally, you're always going to have to deal with all of the shit and the baggage that they had from that other relationship. Let somebody else deal with that. Let them hit rock bottom, and then they'll appreciate what they have with me. It's a sad state with the Cowboys. And for all we know, this is Jerry Jones negotiating in the court of public opinion. This is the Joneses trying to get a better deal. This is the Joneses trying to stay relative, knowing that they're not spending money in free agency, but still want to have the hype of those teams that are signing people. Because this is the addictive attention behavior that the Joneses always have. And it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Thing I know is Dak Prescott, he's got his head screwed on. And he gonna be all right. I can't say the same about the Cowboys. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go in here and take me a shower. I am gonna crawl up underneath these covers with my wonderful bride of 20 plus years. And I'm gonna go to sleep. And I ain't gonna worry about it. Remember, good people, tell the people that you love how much you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.